Happy Saturday, let's go ahead and get a Mayano Top Gun A rank Uma. So we're going to set her up with power and speed legacy sparks. We do this with a lot of our trainees, if you have noticed, as it allows us to really stack on all the power that we need without having to really waste any sort of training on it. We're also going to do some stamina training throughout, but for the most part, we're going to try to get speed and power as high as possible. So I'm going to use a guest Uma, as I don't really have very many good power sparks. So I'm going to use one of my guest legacies and then one of my own, and I have a Tokai tail, I believe, that does a 42-12 split, just like that. So for our support cards, we're going to go with a 1 stamina, 2 wit, 3 speed deck. The stamina card that we're going to be using in this case is going to be Super Creek, as we really want to use her Swinging Maestro skill. Now, you can choose whatever stamina card you have available to you. You just want to make sure that you have one decent stamina energy reviving skill on your team, because we're going to need that skill about halfway through the career here. So right at the beginning, we'll get our inspiration. And we're going to get quite a bit of power and a decent amount of speed right off the bat, 84 and 33. And for our training, we're going to focus totally on our support card. Prioritize speed, stamina, and power. We didn't really have any good stacks there, so we will just go ahead and do a speed training. We got 2 on speed, we'll take that again. By the end of this career, we want to at least have an A+ in speed, a high B in stamina, and an A in power. We got a 3 stack on wit, so we will do the wit training here. Remember, we do have 2 wit cards, so that's going to allow us to get our wit up as high as possible, potentially up to the B and or A rank as well. 3 on power, 2 of our wit cards, getting our support card friendship up quite a bit there. 2 on wit, it's 18%, so we'll take a rest. We really don't want to fail this early in our career here. The top option during this dialogue option with Kita-san Black will give us a mood up and a little bit of energy restored. So pretty much F's across the board right now as far as our stats go. We shouldn't really have any issues with our debut race. We have 2 on wit there, so we'll go ahead and take that. We're going to definitely want to get our skill hint training in with Super Creek, that way we can get our Swinging Maestro by mid to late game. We'll take the 2 on power here. We'll get Dwai Scarlet and Kita-san Black up to green friendship bonuses, and then we have 3 on speed, so we'll take that. And our friendship bonuses are looking pretty great at this point already, so we should have no issue getting them up before the next race, as after the junior debut we have over 20 turns to train Top Gun. So we'll do the 3 on stamina there. And a dialogue option there was a split between guts and stamina, so we'll do the stamina training. Again, we don't want to fail, so we'll go ahead and take a rest without any good options there and some low energy. And the bottom option here will potentially give you some energy back and increase your mood. It does have the chance of reducing your energy by about 20, but I find that if you have a good amount of energy already, it's worth it. And there's our first place, junior debut. You may get unlucky, roll some bad RNG, and not be able to get the first place. You can either restart or, just kind of push through and get 1 extra race in throughout here to officially win your maiden race. So our friendship gauges are looking pretty good. We do need to get some of these speed cards up a bit. But we already have Kita-san Black near Rainbow training. And Silent Suzuka ranks up pretty quickly with her friendship gauge, as she has a high special priority, meaning she'll land on speed quite a bit. Alright, so we don't really have very good stacks here. So now we're just going to choose whatever one we want to train the most, because they're all pretty much just single stacks, and I really do want to get Super Creek up a bit higher, so I'll go ahead and train her since she's kind of falling behind as far as friendship gauges go. Do the 2 stack on speed with the skill hint for updrafters. And then we got 2 on speed again. And those are getting close to green friendship gauges. We can do some wit training. Failed, that's fine. When we fail wit, that's fine, because we do get a little bit of energy back. It's much better than failing another skill and getting a mood downer or a debuff. So we'll rest with 34% failure rate. Don't want to risk that. We'll get our Kitasun Black up to Rainbow Training. If you have Dwai Scarlet, she is a great wit card. You get energy back from a lot of her events, so I highly recommend using her. We'll do her training here. Get extra friendship bonus for Silent Suzuka and a good amount of trading under our wit. Once again, we can do wit training since we have another speed card under there. And Suzuka's got a skill hint, so we're going to go ahead and do that stamina training. Ooh, look, we got lucky. So this is an event I always choose the health chakra. It has a chance to fail and move down or debuff you, but I always go for the health chakra because it gives you extra energy throughout the career, which means more training. And training increases the stats. I think, personally, I believe it's more reliable than increasing the stats in a single skill at any given moment, so that's the one we're going to choose there. It doesn't come up very often, so if you get lucky enough, take whatever option you want, but again, I highly recommend the health option. So our stat cards, we're going to get Suzuka up to orange rainbow training ability there. Get some black event, some good quality shoes will give us some stats bonus in speed and power. We'll do the Kitasun Black training because we've got a skill here and there. And we need 8,755 fans. But we can kind of push it because we got 10 whole turns to get that, so that shouldn't be a problem for us to achieve. We'll do a race here. Our stats are kind of low, but a 23% double wit training. Could have gotten some good energy back there, but we did fail it, so no worries there. Still end up getting a little bit of energy. Dwai Scarlet, now we got an 11% failure rate, so that's not too bad. Our energy's coming back a bit. And here comes our second inspiration. Ooh, and we got a gold inspiration. We were rolling some good dice this turn. So 73 power, 37 speed, and 6 guts. We don't really care about the guts at all, but the 73 power is a huge win for us. Go ahead, take a rest, as our stats are looking good, and our energy is low. So 6 more turns. We'll train up these support cards a little bit more. We'll do the wit training and get that speed support card up a little higher. And now we should have no issue winning these races, so 2,000 fans, and with the support card bonuses, we should get around... Actually, I can't do that math in my head, but it'll be a bit higher than the 2,000 fans. Excellent. Up next, we got 5,028 fans to go. 4 days until deadline, so we'll go right into our next race. Actually, let's take a look here. We'll do a training in our wit here real quick, as we have a double wit training, and that does give some speed bonuses. Those races weren't looking great for our aptitudes, so we'll skip that turn, do some training, and take a look at the races after we take a look at our training. But 37, we're not going to pass that up. 37 in speed is great, so we'll take that. We got 2 turns to get that 5,000 fan. So 2,500 Hanshin Turf, shouldn't have any issue winning this one. And we'll get over 3,000 with the support card bonuses here. Yep, no issue. And yep, plus 4,531. So we should only need a few more fans, so 497 to go. We'll pretty much get that regardless of where we place in this race. Let's just do the recommended one. We have good aptitudes for turf and miles, so shouldn't be an issue. And that should pretty much cover us for our fan bonuses for the rest of the career path here. As moving forward, we won't really struggle with any races, and we should be pulling as many fans as we need to compete in any of the races that are upcoming. So we got 6 turns to the Kikukushowa, 37, but we got 41 in wit, and that's good. So we'll take the 41 in wit, 25, 30, we'll do the 30 in speed. And since Top Gun does have some longer races, what we're going to be focusing on is, prior to the long races, we're going to really try to get the best energy reviving skills that we have. So in this case, it'll be either skills like corner recovery, swinging maestro, deep breaths, breath of fresh air, gourmand, depending on what support cards you choose. But I believe we should be able to pull swinging maestro in this career path. We'll do a wit and get some energy back. And 3 turns till Kikukusho. So our stats are looking pretty decent. We won't really be training stamina all that much going forward, as Kikukusho is one of the longest races that we have to compete in. It's going to be a 3,000 meter, and the only other one is the Tenosho Spring, I believe it is. And that's the 3,200 meter one. And if we can get past those 2 with our skills that revive some stamina, we shouldn't have any issue with any of the other races, which will allow us to focus our training on wit, power, and speed here. Alright, so we got 2 on speed. Our energy's looking decent, not fantastic. So we'll do the 2 on speed and get our last speed card up to rainbow training ability. So now, if we get lucky, we should get some pretty big speed stacks going forward. Love the confidence, looks like that gave some guts. Probably could have chosen the other option and got some stamina there, but I don't have all of these events memorized. We'll do a wit training here, as it's a little bit of a risk to train at 29% failure or higher, so we'll do a double wit training. And now we should be pretty solid after the Kikukusho to do some other sort of race without having to rest in between. So here's where we're going to be purchasing our speed skill, or stamina skills. So we're going to get breath of fresh air and deep breaths. So any stamina skills you have available, we're just going to purchase it right now. And that should be enough to get us through the 3,000 meter Kyoto Turf Kikukusho. Second longest race, and with the rest of our stats and these skills proccing, we should have no issue getting through. 3rd place, that's good enough for us. Might even come in first if you get a little lucky for the skill procs, but we will be very content and happy with 3rd place, as that does not ultimately affect the A rank that we're going to get by the end of this career. So 3 turns till the Arimakinen, and we have some range energy right now. We'll get her a drink and get some energy back. Ooh, it looks like we do need 5,000 fans, so let's do the Queen Elizabeth Cup. And it's shorter than all the other ones than the Kikukusho that we just did, so we won that, no issue. Of course, minus 15 energy there, that's fine. And then we'll have some rainbow training. We'll hope for some good speed stacks, but right now we'll most likely end up training our wit, as we do need a little bit energy back in order to, you know, pass a speed training without fail, but it depends on how much we get, whether we'll risk it or not, and 20 is not high enough that we want to risk it, so we'll do the wit training there. And there's our swinging maestro skill. 22 speed, there's Super Creek. Don't really have a fantastic option here, so let's get Super Creek up until Rainbow Training area, because we don't really have that great stacks. Not getting very lucky with those, but overall our stats are looking pretty good. We shouldn't really have any issue winning any of the races, because the Remakinen's only 2,500. Tennosho is a 3,200. That's coming up, but again, we'll take a look at the skills before that and should be able to pass it, no problem. And here we go. 5 turns until the Hanshin Daishoten. And that should be plenty to potentially get some good stacks. We'll have her stay healthy and get a bunch of energy back. And if we get lucky, so 22, 28, we'll do the 28 on wit. So we want to get that wit up to a if possible. And we get lucky with the bushel of carrots, so we get some stat boosts here as well. Work on speed. And a 25 stack on speed, so we'll take that. $32 wit, love to see it. Mood down, but we still have a good mood, so we're not going to worry about that. Take the 25 on speed, it's only a single stack. Don't know why we're getting unlucky without getting these doubles, but we'll take what we can. Ultimately, the biggest difference between a low A and a high A is going to be how often your speed cards stack. And we'll probably get a low A this time, as we are not getting very lucky with our speed cards, but that's fine. I believe our stats are still on track. We're looking solid. We'll keep training. We should be able to win the Hanshin Daishoten. Second place, not a problem. We are happy with second place, as that's all we needed. And then the Tennosho, the longest race of our career, is up next, and we get 1 inspiration before that. So 76 in power and 26 in speed, those are some good stats to get a bonus for. And if you have better legacy sparks, you may have gotten even higher. We got a 31 in speed, so naturally we'll take the double speed support card stack. And we are going to take a look at our skills here, because I believe we unlocked Swinging Maestro, but we do not have the points to get it yet. So let's get Corner Recovery. That's the pre-Swinging Maestro skill, so we'll take that. And we're pretty heavy stacked on the energy skills right now, so we should be more than fine to win this Tennosho. Alright, there we go, second place. Could have potentially gotten first place if we got a better skill proc, but that's just how it rolled there, so no problem. As long as we're passing that race, that's all that really matters, as we just need to get through and complete the URA finals in order to get the A rank. We're not focusing on building this as a PvP character or anything like that right now, so we're not super focused on maxing skill points. 31 speed, 24 wit. Our energy's getting kind of low, so we will do the wit training there. Right, let's do 1 power since we don't have any good stacks there. Remember, speed, power, and wit are the ones that we're trying to get up as high as possible. So if we don't have any other options, we kind of just choose whatever one needs to be balanced out a bit. And since we don't have any power support cards, I usually go for power just to give it that little extra boost. Excellent, that is a first place in the Takarazuka Kinen. I believe we will have a couple turns, 7 turns, before the Autumn Tenno Show, which is a shorter race. Here comes beach training, 55 in wit, you'd love to see that. We'll do wit training again since we don't have any rainbows. We'll take the 31 in speed. Now our energy's looking pretty low, so we'll focus on wit to get some of that back going forward. Managed to fail. We haven't been doing the best RNG-wise this round, but our stats are still looking solid, so we shouldn't really struggle that much. 24 in wit, we'll take it. That'll get us pretty close to B+ in wit. And now we have wit level 5. Our speed and our power do need a little bit more of a boost, but they're looking decent. 39, we'll take the risk there because that is a double stack with Kita Black and Super Creek. We got lucky there, so technically the odds were in our favor, but still, it's a high percentage chance to risk it on. Now we got good energy going into the Tenno Show 2,000 meter autumn race. This should be a breeze for us, no problem, first place. 3 turns until the Arima Kinen. And that's going into the URA finals there. We're going to want to train these up as much as possible. We'll do the wit stack there. And we're officially in the B+. A 41 wit stack. We'll take that. These wit trainings are giving us a good amount of speed as well, so it doesn't hurt to keep taking them like that. 22 wit, why not? We'll take that. We might as well get that up to an A. We were originally going to aim to get the power up to an A, but if wit's overtaking it right now, it's okay to switch it up. We'll go that direction and aim to get that wit up to as high as possible alongside speed. First place in the Arima Kinen. That is all goals complete there. We'll have 3 more trainings throughout the URA finals. Alright, so let's take a speed training here. This is going to get that speed close to that A+, which is a good threshold for that. First place, no problem. And then we'll have 2 more trainings, and we should be able to kill it with these races, no issue whatsoever. $22, $28, we'll take the... Ooh, these are all looking good. We'll take the wit and get that as high as we can. So we're already in the A+. We're not going to get a S rank in speed at this rate, so we want to get the other stats up as high as possible. So we got the B+ in power, and if we can get that A+ in wit, that'd be even greater. Ooh, but that is a good stamina training. Why not? Let's go ahead and take that. Going into the finals, because we didn't really have a good stack on wit or speed. So a C, a B+, and an A. Those are looking pretty good. Ooh, we got second place. We'll try that again. That should just be an RNG thing. We should be able to get first place right now. Yep, there we go. and we are URA final champions. So we'll get the director's fan because she landed on enough of our trainings that we maxed out our friendship with her. And we'll get +5 bonuses here at the end for winning the URA finals. So now we got to go and buy our skills per the aptitudes. So we got an A mile, A medium, A long, A front, A pace. We're going to get Professor of Curvature because that's a great skill, and we're going to cap out Swinging Maestro. And now we're just going to find skills that fit our aptitudes or are low in cost. So those were the ones I chose. I'll pull up the page here so you can see the end. That is the A rank achieved. No problem there. Like I said, it was RNG kind of put us on the end for a lower ranked A, but I will move on to the skill page. We only got 1 star in wit, but these are the final skills we purchased. Nimble Navigator and Focus and Early Lead we chose specifically because they were high discounted skills and they were not specifically assigned to any aptitude, so we didn't buy, you know, sprint skills or anything like that. And the closer they are to 100, the extra career bonus points that we get. So anyways, thank you for coming in and watching this video. I hope that this was of some help to you to get an A rank Mayano Top Gun. Please leave in the comment section what horse girl Umamusume you'd like us to do next. And like and subscribe to the video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.